In a follow up to the multi agency arrest of over 50 people involved in drug and gun dealing in White Center, a meeting was held on Monday night, October 24th, to discuss how the community can work with law enforcement and county government to ensure crime of that scale never finds home on their streets again. Here are some of the highlights.
We truly believe that criminal conduct does not reflect the majority of people who live here and work here and want to play here, nor does it reflect what your aspirations are. But it was a very entrenched group, and a group we still have to, there will continue to be work, but we know that that impedes you. So understand that we do not want to, put White Center under some cone that everyone thinks it's hopeless and not worth fighting for. I think that what we found was it was a persistent, deep problem that surprised us in 90 days how much we could get that quickly. But also, what surprises me, I've been working in community stuff almost my whole life. To get this many people in this room who care enough shows you have communities of faith, you've got mothers, fathers, friends, neighbors, you've got businesses, you've got all the components you need to be successful at the next level. We just have to find the ways to do that. So,
yeah, Justin Klein owns Full Ice Cream. And I'm curious why the two businesses that we're focused on are still doing the same thing they've been doing. And as a business owner, one of my major problems is just open containers. Families don't want to see, it's not just homeless, just people, you can walk around with a beer. And I've had numerous sheriffs tell me there's nothing they can do. It's not a problem for somebody to have an open container. We'd really like to see that addressed.
Okay, I think there's a question and a comment in there, so I'll take the question first. All of the information that we developed in conjunction with this investigation was paralleled by a Washington State Liquor Control Board investigation and regulatory process. I think, I can't speak for them because that's a separate process. It has its own due process. I think you will see results from that in the very short term. We also will have the ability as law enforcement to weigh in on issues related to liquor licenses and the like in review periods, which we develop this information for a purpose. We understand that there's a problem in the community and what that can do to the community. So just because you see a business still in business today, it should not continue to operate like it did before. So that is the goal, and we hope that will be achieved. In terms of the open container law, I think on that whole strip, you will see now that we've got the storefront officer there and more of a presence. Hopefully some of those day-to-day livability things can be addressed. I guess I would say to everyone in this room, if you've got those quiet street corners now, everyone should go out for barbecue this weekend. I mean, the best way to reclaim the streets is beyond the streets. And every one of you should vote with your pocketbooks and your feet at night and frequent those businesses that care about this community. So,
and it can't be all about just putting people with badges and guns on the street. This has to be, you have to look at this holistically. The seeding side of weed and seed, the programs like New Futures over at the Arbor Heights Apartments, the PAL program that we operate up here. Those are also critical pieces to all of you, because we can run around and arrest a whole bunch of people, but if we don't have some kind of support mechanism, you'll never break the cycle of issues for these folks. We're learning that every day when we're dealing with people involved in prostitution and people involved in drugs. You've got to break the cycle behind it, and that isn't going to be done. That'll be done in collaboration with the police, but it won't be done by us. There's got to be a support piece.
This is Pat Robinson for Ty Swenson and WestSeattleHerald.com.